Oh, there we are. Okay. And with that all set, with that all ready, with that all dandy and good. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time for the greatest RPG that you never knew we were playing every Friday night, even though I ram it down your goddamn throats on all my social media platforms. What are you doing? Anyway, that's not the matter right now. Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome to Ring Warriors, the tabletop role-playing game, and I've just realised, why isn't my text for who I am?
No.
Technical error, which I will fix next time because I can't be asked to fix it now. Because professionalism, and we're just going to keep going on as if nothing happened. But ladies and gentlemen, as I said, welcome, hello, this is Ring Warriors for tabletop, yeah, the wrestling tabletop role-playing game. I can't even say it. I can't even say my own game. It's crazy. One of those nights. We're off to a great start. Can I say that? We're off to an amazing start. Needless to say, it's Ring Warriors, the wrestling tabletop role-playing game, where you create, play, and adventure with your very own wrestlers as you go around the wrestling world and become wrestling legends. It's just like that. And joining me on the adventure, the team, the party, the crew, the faction that everyone is worried about, we have the current, reigning, defending, I can't really say undisputed, but it's fine. It is, as I said, the current defending Atlanta State Champion, Lavanya Wreckable, played by Tash.
Woohoo! Hi.
Happy days. We have the current defending British Strong Style Champion, being played by Foxy. It's Liam Cyber O'Reilly.
Yep.
Lovely. We would be joined by Vinny, but sadly he is occupied this evening and will not be able to join us. Sad face.
Sad face.
There will be no Erg in this picture, even though you see a picture of Erg. He'll just be there bringing happy face smiles.
Yes.
And last but not least, by all means, tonight's contender for the Yakuza Underground Championship. The bunny that don't bowl no boys. I guess, because I'm doing a play on Bunny Baller. I don't even know. It's Bumper Meatball. Played by
Hello.
Christy, aka Steam Chew. Oh, happy days.
Hello. Yeah, I
There
don't
she
know.
is.
You can carry on.
No worries.
Hello.
The hello has been heard. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, quick recap of where we are with the series so far. So, last time, we had an epic confrontation between Kiryu, another member of the Yakuza, and Liam Cyber O'Reilly. It was a grueling matchup. Plenty of crits thrown into Liam's face. And even being down twice, was able to knock out of a pinfall just as they were about to potentially lose their life, and were able to make the biggest comeback we have seen so far in the series. It was awesome, and woo! She punch and have been described. Described?
Subscribe. Do you know what I mean?
I know. But woo! Thank you very much. But yes, needless to say, it was an epic confrontation where Liam has survived with the skin of his teeth and can live for another day. Now, of course, we would be moving on to the battle between Erg and Yokozuna. However, there have been developments. Ladies and gentlemen, the development is that although Erg is ready for a fight, Yokozuna has called in to his Yakuza buddies, and they have alerted the Yakuza warlord, the chief behind the operation, that things are not okay. Turns out, he is very ill and needs to rest, which is very important. As we all know, if you're ill, better rest. Pro tips. So that being said, sadly, Yokozuna's out of the equation, so Erg will live to fight another day. But a big fight is about to come, and I'm about to sneeze. Ah! Well, I thought I was about to sneeze, but I am just going to have to quickly blow my nose. Give me 2 seconds, because, oh, damn it, it's timed itself perfectly.
Yes.
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 And we're back from Snotty UK. Right. With that done, it is actually time to kick things off proper. And with it, we have the big championship match itself, featuring Bumper going toe-to-toe with a mysterious opponent. Now, you guys a while ago made your bets, and you think you have sussed out who this mystery opponent actually is.
I certainly have.
Now, who do you think the opponent actually is?
Oh, wait, you're wanting us to answer?
Yes.
I think that it is someone that we have seen before. Someone by the name of Shinjo Nakamasu? Nakamasa? Or
Don't even
Nakama?
know who he is.
Yes,
Because I've not
Shinjo
been in a couple of times, so.
is fine. Yes,
I
you
think
place your
it's
bets.
Nakamase.
Yes, that's it. Shinjo Nakamase, a previous wrestler that fought one of you guys quite a while ago now. Back in the days of Metalhead, when he joined us. Well, again, quite a painstaking fight. Very head-on, very strong, because they were both strong stylers, and it was very impactful. But is it he? Is it he who dare enter the ring? As the only information you know is from that single Polaroid picture that was shown to you by Sean Leafmeyer. A picture of a wrestler, or what seems to be a man, walking away with this strange, liquidy, like skin, like muscly type visage coming off of him. Uar. Well,
Uar.
it is about time to find out what's going to happen. I can't keep you away from the fight much longer. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do it. So, Bumper, this is your match. Your championship match in probably the dirtiest, seediest, most blood-ridden, disgusting place you have ever had the liberty to wrestle. How do you want to enter the ring?
I can't remember what I said my theme tune was last time. It's come down to that, really.
Well, the only problem with this is
Trip
because
up
of
onto the stage.
because of how drab this area is. You're just in a warehouse. There is no stage. There is no music. There is just blood, guts, and Yakuza.
And some thunder damage because of
Yeah.
me.
Thanks
Sorry
to,
about
there's some
that.
holes in the roof thanks to a certain fox.
Could I give Bumper some lovely inspirational 1d6 dice through the inspiring figure thing?
Yes. Because she hasn't gotten out to the ring yet. Yes.
Yes.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
But what would be your words of inspiration?
Okay. Before Bumper goes out, Lavani just puts her shoulder on them and goes, like, "Hey, Bumper, words of advice after fighting in that shithole of a ring. Kick ass and chew gum. And I'm guessing you have no gum, so just kick ass."
Ravanya?
Yes, Lavanya is saying this to you.
That's what I said. Thanks, Lavanya.
Now
Nice.
get out there and beat them up.
Good luck. And kick ass.
Just subtly, just and kick ass. I actually love it. That's just slide note just for and kick ass. That's gonna be the new T-shirt for this week. gonna be good luck ... and kick ass, but in really small writing.
Yes.
It's whispered.
I love it. So, Bumper goes down to the ring, just doing like a classy standard entrance. You don't give a damn whether you have like the high stage budgets or not. You've got a reputation to keep. You've got merch to sell. You've got people to appease. So of course you're just going to keep up the moniker, keep up the gimmick, keep up the style and the flair you have built up for all this time. And dare I say, if I just roll a quick D20 to have a look, some of these Yakuza guys are actually behind it. They are behind the style. They're getting into it. Most of them are just like the standard affair of me no like you because A, you're not Japanese, and B, you're not Yakuza, which doesn't make them very happy people. Until we see blood, then apparently they become very, very happy. But needless to say, you're in the ring, you're ready for war. And coming out of that curtain, a scary-looking man appears. This man, bit of a gruffy beard, Asian in complexion, short black hair, trimmed down to a fine line. And as he's walking down to the ring, he's not wearing a suit like the other Yakuza members or any like posh trousers or slacks or like proper hefty business shoes like the other Yakuza members have been wearing. This guy is in proper wrestling attire. This is a guy that has already been known across the Japanese circuits as a contender and is the current reigning Yakuza Underground champion. However, is this a person that any of you guys know? Let's do a little test and actually find out. So, I want everyone to roll me a smarts check. That is a D20 plus your smarts. We will see whether you do or do not know who this person is.
That's 19.
Okay, nice.
Okay, and I just need to do. Oh, so it's plus that. Okay. 21.
Yes.
$25.
Voice. Okay, so I'm pretty happy to say all of you actually know who this guy is. And you're a little bit shocked at the same time. Because although you were kind of expecting Shinjo Nakamase, this is not Shinjo.
Oh.
However, this
Ooh.
is a former Japan champion. Japanese wrestling champion. A former contender to world championship level. Someone who is known for his swift kicks, his just jabs, his very fast and agile nature, but at the same time very devastating attacks. Heavy, hard, and in some cases sharp like knives themselves. This is a person that I think anyone would be quite worried to go against because of his sheer amount of experience. His name, you remember from like wrestling tapes that you might have seen whilst you were training, or from like posters whenever you've been walking around the place, again, doing your training or your days off, etc. Or when you're trying to sell merch like Bumper has. The name you recall is the name Yoshihiro Tomada.
Okay.
The tomato with you.
Ah,
Oh.
I love it.
Yes.
I actually think that's pretty.
I want that to be on the t-shirt now.
Okay, what's Tomato Review also becoming a t-shirt on ringwarriors.com, which does not exist yet, but maybe, just maybe, it will exist within the next century.
Yes.
I was just going to like check that. Do you already have a domain?
We will coming soon because it is on my to-do list of Ring Warriors stuff. But that's fantastic. With that being said, he enters the ring. He's got this dark moniker about him. He's not wearing anything like shirt-wise or jacket-wise, but he has got a couple of just simple black wristbands on him. His attire is black and gold, with long legging tights going from his waist down his legs, as you see a pair of knee pads strapped on the outside. His boots quite hefty and thick, as they are wrapped around the upper portion of his calf down to his foot, giving him a leathery base to walk on. And as he stands within the ring, he's a little bit similar to how Kiryu acted back last week, where Kiryu was very like stoic in face. So is he, but he's stoic in face in a different way. Whilst Kiryu was stoic in face to the extent of, I'm not going to be budged by my opponent, Yoshihiro, or Tamada, however you want to call him, is in a different suit. He's being stoic in a way of saying that he is not impressed, kind of giving you this kind of like drooped down eye of, another one not worthy for me. He's kind of giving that vibe of body language.
That look of disapproval.
Basically, yes. As if he has better things to do, more worthier opponents to face. Quite insulting. Back alone. Now, with that being said, Bumper, I'm going to give you the opportunity to say something to this guy to really grind his gears.
What's the tomato with you? I don't know.
Just go straight for the tomato. I love it. After saying that, he's just looking at you, just going, as if he's still not convinced, not really with it. But you know who is with it? The crowd, the ring, the vibe. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for dice rolls. Initiative time, and I want everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
Make this a little bit
Ooh,
more
okay.
interesting. Oh, holy crap! Wow. Yeah, I think that's the highest initiative roll I've ever gotten for an enemy so far in the series.
Oh, damn.
Damn, that's 19.
Good.
I've got 8.
That's 8. And the bumps.
What am I rolling? Sorry, what am I rolling?
We're rolling for our initiative, so it's just a flat d20.
$16.
Lovely. 15. Right. With all this being done, it is Tamada. And what's Tamada with him? The fact that he's going first. Go. So to start things off with him being not so impressed, he's just going to simply nonchalantly walk up to you. And as he walks up to you, it's like as if it comes out of nowhere, like a blast out of a gun barrel. As you suddenly just see his hand zooming in fast for an open palm strike against your chest. Dare I say? No, I'm not going to say it. But anyway. That was me possibly getting a bit cheeky. We don't endorse cheekiness. Unless your Lavagna wants to bloody well flirt with a frigging guy in an alleyway.
I mean, It kind of worked.
But we won't go there. Okay, and with this open palm strike, Tamada rolls. Oh, that's actually pretty big. He rolls a 19 versus your AC.
My AC is written down anywhere. My AC is 19.
Oh, wow.
So, with that in mind, incorporating new game mechanics. I was totally waiting for someone to go, ooh.
Oh, ooh.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, because your AC is 19 and my attack was exactly a 19, this is how it's going to go down. We will both roll a flat d20 with no bonuses on top. Whoever wins in this clash of the d20s will get an attack, meaning if I win, Tamada's attack goes through like normal. If you win, you get a free counter-attack.
Ooh, nice.
We'll see how it goes. So, roll your 20. Shit.
11.
You win.
Damn.
Because Tamada only rolled an 8. So,
Oh.
with that in mind, Bumper, you can commit to a counter-attack. And because you successfully won, all you need to do is dictate what move you want to do, and the damage is just dealt.
What? What did he do to begin with?
Where he was coming at you with a fast open palm strike, so you can counter-attack any way you see.
I'll bring a leg up and sort of hook his arm with my foot and
Ooh.
sort of round.
Oh, nice. I like this. Well, in that case, why don't you roll me a d6 and add your cunning on top of it for the damage output?
Ten.
Okay. Calculate that. No, not that much. But yeah, if you did as much as I typed in there, then this would be a very short fight. Yet again, with the rate of how damaging crits are in this game, I wouldn't blame it. Okay, so he is down to... Okay, if I actually... Typography actually works tonight. There we go. Lovely. Right, with that done, he has been caught, stumbled, rolled over, and forced to the ground by your cunning wits as he is brought down and is seemingly made to snap back at you. Like, snap back neck, looking at you, giving you a more dastardly look, as if to think, what the? But in a really pissed off manner. As he climbs back up to his feet, dares to come at you again with an obvious looking punch from his right hand, but it's coming at you at ludicrous speeds. But let's see if it hits. Well, that is only a 12 versus your AC. So that is an obvious...
Over my AC's 19, so...
Exactly. So that is an obvious big fat miss. And with that in mind, with that obvious big fat miss, he would go for the punch. You would just seemingly... It's like as if something out of a Matrix where everything seems to slow down in front of you. And you just go... as that fist just slides next to your face. Dodging it without effort. As he strikes thin air, he stares into you with an angry grin on his face, him gritting his teeth. As you notice, suddenly, a little gleam through his eye, as if something was to run through his iris, changing it slightly from the colour green to a flash of red and off again, back to green. Mysterious. With that
He
in
has the
mind,
dragon power.
yes, hidden dragon power, maybe. With that in mind, give me 2 seconds. And we're back.
Yes.
That was more than 2 seconds.
Alright. But anyway, with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for more fun. And how are we going to have more fun? I tell you how we're going to have more fun. With Bumper, because it's her turn. Let's go.
So what position is he in now?
So he's stood up, he's in front of you, he's just thrown a punch which has hit nothing but air, and is literally standing in your, literally about like 5 feet in front of you, very angry.
Okay, can I run to my left? It's off of the side of the ring
Yes.
and slide along the floor and hit him in the legs.
Oh, nice. Like a whiplash leg slide. I like it. Okay, go to your left, bouncing off of the ropes, and then using that momentum to slide downwards onto the mat. As you do, aiming for Tamada's legs to take him down from his base. Roll me an attack, please. That will be... Because you're doing this in a very cunning manner, why don't you make it a d20 plus your cunning?
20 plus my cunning, yeah?
Yes.
28.
Oh,
Oof.
nice. With that in mind, you clip at his legs being staggered and forced to the ground as he is taken down by his base with your cunning witticisms. Now, with that being said, I'm going to roll me some damage. That'll be a d6 plus your cunning.
Um, 14.
Nice. Oh, already looking pretty good. Right. With a devastating clip of his legs, he is forced down to the ground. He is now classed as downed after that successful attack. And with that in mind, remember, you are now level 4. You being... Is it the... Yeah, everyone's level 4 now. Yes.
Yeah.
And with you being level 4, you have access to sequence, which now means you can perform 2 attacks per turn.
Mm-hmm.
So is there anything else you would wish to do to Tamada? Because what's Tamada with him? He's on the floor.
Well, I take it I've just slid and tripped him over him.
Yes, you have.
So I will be now the other side of him, won't I? To the right.
Yep. As he lays on the floor.
I want to grab hold of his ankles.
Right.
And can I, like, king him, you know, like you would do like a rug? You know, trying to get like that whipping sort of action.
Oh, like when you're trying to clean the rug and just really... like a whiplash.
Yeah, and you go like that, yeah.
Oh! I like this creativity here. This is some really good stuff.
Yes.
Like you grab at his ankles, and as you do, you kind of like do a little cheeky wink out to the audience as you just grab his ankles in time for the whip. Let's go for it. Okay, and tell you what, why don't you roll me a d20? And because this is more of like a showboaty move, add your appeal.
8.
Oh,
Oh.
that you grab his ankle successfully, doing that little jaunty wink of the audience. And as you do, you go to whip at his legs, only for his leg to feel the whip, but his body doesn't go up. So it's more so you've just shaken his legs a little bit. As if they're like two crazy man-sized controllers. But at least he's on the floor and he's down. He face.
Yes.
Happy times indeed. Right, I'm going to guess that is the end of your turn, unless there's anything else you can think of doing. Lovely, that's absolutely fine. And with that in mind, I'm going to ask Liam,
Yes.
how are the crowd feeling right now?
Let's see. And that's a 12.
Okay, like half of the crowd's actually pretty entertained by this. They're quite surprised and taken back a little bit that Bumper has this much skill behind her, taking down a potential world-class competitor, seemingly within a blink of an eye. However, there are the majority of the audience where it's like, "No, you're not even Japanese." But obviously you don't know they're saying that because they're speaking in Japanese. Ah, I get it. So, it's a little bit 50-50, just over 50-50, more like 60-40 with the crowd behind you at the moment. But it's getting there. Early start of the match so far. So with that in mind, it is Tamada's turn. Tamada will spend half of his move just getting up to a vertical base. As he stands up vertically, you on his right-hand side. He turns to his left, gaining inspiration after what you did to him, goes to the ropes, bounces off of the ropes, and does a little jump as if to do a jumping clothesline up against you. Does it hit? Well, in order to find out, I'm not even going to roll for the attack. No. I'm going to let Liam roll for the attack.
Oh.
Ooh.
So it's 1d20.
You do a d20, I'll add the rest.
Okay. That's a 4.
So he does this jumping clothesline as he jumps out after the momentum of the ropes. It's a little bit too far as he just jumps, clips your ears slightly, but then lands on the mat before you. Lands on the mat just right next to you. With the Yakuza crowd laughing their head off as if to think, are you sure this is the guy that's supposed to be like this world level competitor? Because he's a bit of a numpty. Doesn't look great for him. But out of pure frustration, he's actually going to step up the game a little bit. He's not happy. Did he do a bunny hop? I think he did. He might have just done that. But out of pure frustration, he is going to attempt to let out an illegal attack. Because he ain't that happy. What is he going to do for this illegal attack? I'll tell you what he's going to do for that illegal attack. He's gonna use some Asian miss because he's in that country. That's it. That's my Spice Girls reference for the evening. Right. With that being said, he's going to try and use Asian Mist. Specifically trying to go for the Red Mist. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ah.
Oh,
So,
dang.
what I need you to do for me, Bumper, I need you to roll me a d20, add your toughness to it, and I want to see if you beat the toughness check. Whilst I sneeze.
Bless you.
I did not pass the toughness check.
6. So, no.
Ooh, sad
Oh.
times. You are hit by the red mist. The mist itself not actually affecting like your eyes or anything, more so like hitting like the side of you, like revealing parts of like the kidney areas to the liver area. As you are covered in a bright red. And for this time, after I roll a d4, you are marked by red mist for 3 turns. meaning that during this time, all attacks made against you are attacks with favor.
And
So this is going to hurt if he manages to hit you next time, because he has used all his attacks for this term. With this in mind, it's your turn to shine. So you do that voodoo that you do.
oh, me.
Yes.
All right. Well, if I've got a hold of his ankles, then I will almost like using them as like an anchor handstand and flip sort of up and over, so then my legs around his neck.
I would let you do this, but he has moved around since being on the floor with you.
All right, well that's fine. If I've so angle is he in?
So at this moment, to put it into perspective of where he is, if you're standing where you are still, he's standing to the right of you at the moment, closer to the centre of the ring.
Okay. So I will do tumble then out of the way
Me.
behind him,
Cool.
and then shoulders and bounce. So I'm sort of using his shoulders then as leverage,
Nice.
and try to jump up on his shoulders, his head between my knees,
Lovely.
a thigh clap around his head.
Nice. I like that. Okay. Let's roll for this. So, doing this in a very artsy way, as you would, let's do this as a d20 plus your appeal to see if it hits.
17.
Whoa. 1 point away from being able to do the counter with him, sadly.
Oh.
So you go and to jump, gather the momentum that you need in order to land onto his shoulders with your knees. However, as you go to drop downwards, he's able to shimmy to the side quickly, and as he shimmies over to the side, your knees collide with the mat itself, not his shoulders.
And then can I just try punching him in the chest?
Yes, yes, you may. As a straightforward reaction to what I would do as well. So out of pure frustration, you just think to let out your anger and go, screw it! If that's not going to work, punch in the chest! But is it going to be... but is it going to be, she punch? And that's it. Let's have a look. Since you're doing this out of frustration, why don't you do it with... Well, you know what? You're doing this out of frustration. You're an icon. You use your frustration as a way to, like, play it up a little bit more. Again, let's do it with a d20 plus your appeal.
It is 22.
Oh, that's what we wanted. Okay, and with that pure frustration running through your body, you take that fist of yours, she punch! And that's a win. As you collide directly onto his chest, driving him backwards, with him grabbing onto it as a response to how strong that punch was. But how much damage did that punch do? Let's have a look. That would be a d6 plus your appeal.
My appeal 6.
Lovely. And roll a d6 and I'll add them together.
It's a 3, so 9.
Lovely. 9 points of damage. Down to this much. I updated. Okay, that punch in the chest leaves him a little bit winded, even leaving it with a good enough bruise as he is not wearing any shirts to cover his chest. He looks down to grab onto his chest, and as he grabs onto his chest, you see the signs of that red, gelatinous-like figure just go over his hands. And it actually forms over his hands, changing them into the look of sledgehammers. As he looks up towards you, kind of like with an evil, conniving smile on his face, as half of his face gets covered by the same, like, red, liquidy, mucky, muscly substance that his hands have now been covered into, changing part of his face into like this gruesome, large-eyed, large-mouthed creature who just that half is laughing at you, as if to think that he has finally been unleashed.
Oh, snap.
Who are scary. But how scary is it? Lavanya! Roll me a d20 and let's see how the crowd are reacting.
That's a 19.
The crowd are crapping it. they're actually in love with the match. They actually think this match is actually going in a direction they weren't expecting. Really interesting. The only thing is now they are starting to worry. You've got members of the Yakuza even holding each other out of pure scaredness. As this guy changing and molding his body into this weird new being really strikes a chord with him, as if to think, oh no, no! As if to think some of the Yakuza members have only ever seen this once or heard of it in some strange, elaborate underground stories. What they are seeing is the real deal. This is not just Yoshiro Tamada. This is what is known as a legendary snatcher, being that has claimed Tamada as its host.
Ooh, snap.
Oh yes. Speaking of Snap, it's his turn! And before he does anything, he will look over towards you, and instead of speaking in like a humanoid tone, it kind of speaks to you with half a human tone, half of like this weird like gelatinousy tone added on top, as if you're just hearing this strange reverb effect coming off of him. As he looks towards, just simply says, "Time for war." And with that being done, taking one of his hands is now formed into a sledgehammer fist, dashing towards you as if it was as fast as lightning itself, as if to swing into the side of you, just where that red mist landed. Have a look and see how this goes. Bearing in mind he does have favor on these rolls.
Oh, crap.
That does land as a 19 again versus your AC.
Yep. So we both got to roll for it.
Yep. Got to do our counter rolls and see what happens.
Come
I'm a
on,
12.
Bumper.
Shit.
Damn.
He got a 6. So even with this scary visage of a mysterious being staring you down, throwing a sledgehammered fist towards your face, you come up with a cunning idea, and a move comes out of nowhere. But what move is it?
With this sledgehammer fist.
Yep.
Can I duck my head down and wrap my ears around it?
Yes, you can. And then what would you do with your ears wrapped around his fist?
Well, if I'm bent down, then can I hit him in the crotch?
Yes, you can. I like this
low
idea.
blow.
Ooh.
It is
Yeah,
it
like
is
an uppercut. It'd be an uppercut, wouldn't it?
uppercut in the crotch. I like it. Why don't you make this a d20 plus your cunning?
$21.
Oh, oh my lord! Wait, did I say d20 or d6?
D20.
Oh, sorry. Do you mind doing
Do you
that as
want
a
to see
6?
D6?
Yeah, but sorry.
Yeah.
That's my bad. I'm thinking,
What's
wait,
it
that's a
say?
little bit too much damage.
It'll be 9 then.
That's more understandable. Even for a crotch shot, that is very painful. Right. That is that much damage. Very well done. And as you counter, bending down from his sledgehammer fist, your ears wrapping around his arm so that he cannot immediately pry it back, your cunning witticisms come about you yet again as you raise your fist up, clouting into his balls, creating an echo of pain that is heard throughout the entire crowd as members of the Yakuza just simply go, woo!
With added reverb.
Yes, the additional reverb. Aha. With that being done, he stumbles back a little bit. Hit one of the sledgehammer fists that you captured, releasing, changing back into a regular hand as he goes to grab that region down below. He dares to strike you with his other sledgehammered fist, but because one of his hands is occupied down below, even though he would normally roll with favor, he is only rolling a normal attack now, because he is somewhat distracted by the pain surging through his lower regions. So can he strike? God's sake.
What did you roll?
It's at this time that I would wish to say that boss fights are normally supposed to be a cunning back and forth of epic proportions, I think. This is the complete reversal of that, where this is the exact representation of apparently a boss being incredibly shit. As Tamada, aka War, aka the Snatcher, who uses Tamada as a host, aka a boss that I've been waiting to put out for such a long time, during this critical moment of the fight, has rolled a critical miss.
Ouch.
And as a result of this, as he was taken back by that initial blow, capturing one hand over his nuts, he forgot to open his eyes. And because he forgot to open his eyes, he simply swings in the air itself, miles away from you, as if to think that he has any chance of hitting. Needless to say, he opens his eyes thereafter and realizes, crap, he missed. The magic of role-playing games, ladies and gentlemen. Magic of role-playing.
Yeah, I think the Yakuza used all the good rolls on me.
Yeah, I know, right? I think I literally just pumped out all the good, and now I'm left with probably the most hilarious championship defense match I've ever witnessed.
Yes.
Needless to say, it's not over yet, because now Bumper has her turn.
Go for it.
By the way, it's his turn, not just because you keep on saying her.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I keep
Bumper's a
forgetting
guy.
Bumper is male.
Yeah.
Keep forgetting that. But yes, it is Bumper's turn.
So I've hit him in the crotch. I've got my ears around his wrist.
Well, that was
I
before
will.
But that was before he broke out and he swung in midair. So he's about like a good 10 feet away from you when he just swung in midair and hit nothing. So he's just pretty much
Okay.
standing in the middle of the ring, waiting for something bad to happen to him.
Well, I'll walk backwards then and ping myself off of the in front of
Ropes.
him
Yep. Bing.
and sort of twist around as I do and elbow him in the face.
Oh, a spinning elbow. I love it. Right. With this smart use of your ring environment, this will be a d20 plus your smarts.
17.
Ooh. Just misses.
Oh! You have your dice. Lavanya
Oh,
gave you the
yes.
dice.
You do have
Oh
Lavagna's
yeah, what's that?
So you can add a D. You can roll a D6 and add the result onto this roll.
1.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Nice.
With that added 1, it is time for the counter roll again.
Oh God.
Let's have a look. Will it work out where you've won yet again, or will it finally mean that maybe, just maybe, this boss fight actually goes somewhere? God damn it!
So I can assume you rolled under 10.
I'm saying nothing for now until I know what is.
Got a 15.
God damn!
God damn.
I'm partially devastated by this, while the other part of me is laughing their face off.
What did you roll?
A 10? I haven't rolled. The only time I rolled higher than 10 with Tamada was when he was rolling for his bloody initiative.
Yeah, he used all his good rolls on his
This
initiative.
bumbling twat. I'm starting to think that the snatchers made him worse, not better.
You know, he's been in the game a long time. He's gonna.
You got a point. You got a point. Needless to say, Tamada dares raise that sledgehammer fist up in a defensive manner to try and do some counterish moves, but it fails as your corkscrew elbow is so strong, so spin heavy, so devastating that it smashes him straight in the face. A drilling elbow, literally contorting that monstrous half into his other half as if to create a swirl directly onto his face. That's swirl with a capital H, by the way, because swirl, like it. With that being said, and with how awesome that move actually was, I'm going to let you roll a d6. Is going to add your smarts, but is going to add your smarts favor stat instead of a regular one.
Ooh.
Um, 10.
Still pretty good. So that deals that much damage. He is now down to my lord. Okay. With this being done, Tamada, the not so beastly beast, smashed in the face by your drilling elbow, is pushed backwards by 5 feet. As you successfully land after drilling into his face, him grabbing at his face as if to grab out of it out of pure pain, seeing parts of like the monstrosity just climbing, spilling, spitting out of his own body in pure pain and writhing agony, as you still have one move remaining.
Where is he currently?
So he's, after you've landed, you pretty much landed in a way where you're looking directly at him. He's only about 5 feet away from you at this point. He's ever so slightly against the ropes.
Mm. I'll hit the rope. I'll run and hit the rope just by him with my foot.
Right?
Sort of bounce him off, and then I'll trip him up with my other foot and sit on him.
Oh, I like it. I really like it. Okay. Cunning use of a wing, a wing, apparently. Cunning use of the ring environment yet again. I will let you roll this as a d20 and add your smarts onto it yet again.
$20 smarts, was that?
Yes, so it'd be a D20 plus your smarts.
25.
Oh,
Dang.
he be fucked. Anyway, that amazing smart intelligence from yourself as you are able to bounce yourself off of the ropes, and as you do, sit onto the back of him and the back of his head, driving him down onto the mat as you have a kasplat, just like out of Croc, which I love, by the way. Classic PS1 game, definitely play it. As you just go kasplat, him on the floor, your butt in back of head. Yakuza going crazy because this match is a wash at this point. Needless to say, that would be a D6 plus your smarts for the damage.
9.
And with that being done, you notice that when he lands onto the ground, you feel nothing. No reaction. No moan. No foul. The creeping, additional parts of his snatcher-like form recombobulating inside of the body, as the body just seems to go dead and lifeless. It is at this moment in time where I would highly suggest that you attempt a pinfall.
Yeah.
Nice. What you do is
Okay.
you get off of him ever so slightly, turning him round onto his shoulders, jumping on top of him, raising his leg, as one of the Yakuza members jumps in, again with his scrawnily drawn, black striped shirt, as he dashes in there in order to count the pinfall. Now, bearing in mind that he has been dropped to 0 HP, and with that being in mind, you already succeed on the first count, so the referee comes in, 1! Still lifeless down on the mat. No. What will happen now? I have to roll a series of d20s. If at any point it goes above 10, he will break out. If. Because of how this is going, it's not going to happen, but let's find out. So already, the referee comes in, slides into the ring. 1! As his shoulders are still on the mat. 2! As his shoulders remain onto the mat. The Yakuza crowd getting a little bit more tense and riling a little bit further, unsure as to whether this is truly the end of a match and end of a championship reign. Whoa! He crits.
Oh.
He doesn't just raise a shoulder. It's like as if the snatcher-like life form inside of Tamada pushes you off with all of its might, forcing you to a stand-up position. As the snatcher raises the lifeless corpse of Tamada, creating like these strange tendrils popping up from a mat, coursing around him, forcing him to stand back onto his feet again. As part of the snatcher takes over individual elements of Tamada's body, recombobulating him, as Tamada has been completely encompassed in this dark red visage, turning into the full embodiment of the snatcher himself. The snatcher calling himself War. This is far from over. So, he's going to gain a little bit of HP back. Let's see how much. Okay. He's back to this much HP. I will keep note of it. Right. With this being dealt, Liam,
Yes.
how crazy is this crowd right now? Can you tell me?
Let's see. That's a 9.
Some of them are clapping it, some of them are scared, others are like, ooh! And some of the others are just like, ah, it's still crap! But in Japanese, so you didn't hear that. I love how I just have to say that. Japanese! Anyway. With that being dealt, Mada's back on his feet, now becoming the full embodiment of War, the Snatcher that has taken over his body. The gelatinous knife form now, as if doing like stomps going towards you, as if the only way he can control Tamada's body is to force his body into moving, instead of having like the slick, easy movement that a human body regular has. With that in mind, he goes over to you in an attempt to grab you via your shoulders. Does it succeed? Let's find out. God damn it. We're back to this again, are we? We just have to... And that is a 6 versus your AC, which is an obvious miss. With that being done, he goes to attempt to grab you via your shoulders. And as he goes to put his hands onto your shoulders, you just like quickly see them, take your hand, whisk them away from your shoulders, and just give him the whole look about him. Finger out and everything.
Mhm.
You're a strong, independent rabbit that don't need no shoulder grab. Tamada is being consistently disappointing. I hate this. I really hate this. And so if he thinks the shoulders aren't a good idea, maybe the waist will be easier as he attempts to grab there instead. Does it work? God, fuck.
Apparently, no.
What are you using to roll?
A D20. And his
No,
highest
but
stat.
like, are you actually like using physical dice or?
Yes. And they're crap.
Do you need to grab another D20? Just in case?
I'm switching D20s, but I'm going to be switching D20s after this turn, because else it's not fair. Needless to say, he rolled a 13 versus your AC. Which was still a miss. So with that in mind, he's going to attempt to grab at your waist, and again you're just going to be like, just take his hands away. This guy don't know what he's doing. and that's just bad. Oh no. Oh man, this is actually... I'm disappointed. I'm kind of upset, but at the same time, I'm just so funnily disappointed. Anyway, enough of my disappointment. Let's talk about Bumper's success, because it's his turn.
What's the sort of stance at the minute?
Okay, so at this moment in time, you're more closer to the middle of the ring now. He is now completely covered in the visage of like this red being, turning his body and his entire form into like this gelatinous, muscly being. But clearly does not know how to grab you via either the shoulders or the waist, which is just terrible. But with that said, he's about 5 feet in front of you. He's giving you that look as if to go with like a long stingy tongue coming out of it, kind of similar to Carnage, but not exactly the same due to copyright concerns. And it is your turn.
I'm just gonna try doing a high kick on him.
Nice. Why not? Devastatingly accurate high kick to his high knee. And by that I just mean face region. Right. High kick coming up. And with cunning use of a high kick comes the cunning addition to your D20. So that is a D20 plus your cunning. Bumper's a strong independent.
21.
Oh, very good done.
Nice.
Bumper's a strong, independent Lopulin who don't need no dirty, greasy snatcher tentacles anywhere on him. True. That's a 21 versus the AC, and needless to say, it hits. It hits accurately, unlike all of my attempts. So with your very simple, elegant, precise, and cunning high kick, you raise your leg, strike it down straight onto the face of War, and as it does, you just hear this echoing shriek as just capsuling and taking over the arena, stunning everyone in the warehouse as we just hear this very weird alien-like sound beckoing from his mouth. Now, damage-wise, that is a D6 plus your cunning, please.
And
Leave. He is now down to that much. Play? Okay, and with that being done, he has been struck into the face, shrieking in pain, as he surely can't take much more. What are you going to do next?
Oh, Herbie. Try putting my arms around his neck and sort of squeezing. Try to get him in a headlock and hold him.
I like it. Classic headlock action. Have a look at my thing. Yeah, one more. No, that's that one. That's. No. I'll take this one. Okay, knowing that he is shrieking out of pain, it is time to take full advantage of that pain. Wrapping your arm around his neck, you squeeze! And you lock in that headlock. But is it a good lock? Let's find out. That is a D20 plus your smarts, please.
$19.
Oops, she did it again. He put him in a headlock, just squeezing his neck. Oh, baby, baby. Oh, it's devastating. You claim that head to be yours, squeezing it nice and tight. And as you squeeze and squeeze, you successfully apply that headlock nice and tight. And with that nice and tight headlock, that will be a D6 plus your smarts.
$7.
Nice. Okay. And with that being dealt, as you are squeezing him into the neck, first things first, would you mind rolling me a D4?
One.
Okay, so he is in that headlock for one turn. Bearing that in mind, as you squeeze his head, you just again you see War itself just seemingly dive back into Tamada's corpse, or what would be Tamada's corpse. It's more like a lifeless body. He's not dead. He's just taken over. And it's not that barbaric, at least not yet. As you squeeze, all of that visage just seems to go as Tamada returns to his regular humanoid self, stuck in your tight headlock as the body is seemingly motionless in your grasp. Again, the badly painted shirted Yakuza ref slides into the ring to check Yamada as he raises the arm, doing a check as to whether he can continue or he is now gone. This will be a submission-based victory. It works exactly the same as a pinfall victory, but instead of having to pin them, you're literally locking them into a submission move, and if they are unable to raise their hand once out of 3 times, they are classed as knocked out, you will win. Now, bearing in mind that he is reduced to 0 health yet again, and this is the second time this has happened, as a referee checks his arm, he raises it for the first time, and it instantly drops. 1 being announced. Goes to grab his arm again, raising it above the head that little bit more just to check, dropping all the way down a second time. 2! Now, to make this interesting, Lavanya,
Hello.
roll me the last D20 to see if Yoshiro Tamada kicks out.
I don't think he's going to make it. He rolled a 3.
And with that being done, the referee raises Tamada's hand one last time. The lifeless corpse is literally no more, as the arm flops down fully. The headlock successfully strained in, as the referee calls for the bell, announces the 3 count. Bumper has successfully become the Yakuza Underground champion.
Woo!
Nice.
Yeah. Woohoo!
After the most disappointing effort on my part. Apparently. It's the whim of a dice. It happens. Okay. Needless to say, I'm going to find out how mad the Yakuza are about this. They're loving it. Oh lord, they're actually going crazy about how manic this match was. How a world-level competitor was seemingly taken out by a rookie, an up-and-comer that the Japanese crowd had not seen before. Bumper, you have claimed your first championship belt, and at this moment in time, the remaining party members are free to join you in the ring if they wish.
Oh,
I
yeah.
shall join in.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna fucking join you.
Also, a little question. Am I still in 14 hit points, or have I regenerated anything?
Yeah, at this moment in time, you know what? I'm going to roll some dice on my side. I'm going to find out what happened. What's your toughness stat?
My toughness is 4.
Okay, you gain 9 more HP after that battle. How much do I gain? 9! No, I mean, how much do I gain? Don't have that much.
That's 25 out of 47.
Lovely. Right. I'm guessing you guys dashed to a ring to celebrate with Bumper?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Lovely stuff. And as you guys dash down to the ring, Bumper releasing the headlock, the arms being raised in success. Your allies approaching the ring, joining you inside as a big celebration ensues between the three of you. Bumper, how would you like to celebrate your victory?
Sake for everyone.
Yay!
Yay!
Immediately.
Except Lavanya. Except Lavanya doesn't drink alcohol.
Orange
Fanta,
juice.
then, which was Sakura Fanta.
Yay!
That'll do.
Immediately, the Yakuza just hear the word sake and go nuts, thinking, "Hey!" And they don't care now that their Yakuza members have lost all the way throughout this mini tournament. They are just happy. They have had an amazing time. The Warlord, however, not done.
I am. Liam is going to sort of lead Lavanya and bump her out like to other side of the ring. That and
Thought we were
we'll
out
be
anyway.
watching.
Well, you can be on the outside of the ring if you want to.
Yes.
That's absolutely fine. Yes, as you were saying, outside of the ring, you guys are there. What's happening?
I'm just leading, and I am just watching the events ensue afterwards.
Ah, yes, because you know what's about to happen.
Yes.
The Warlord stands up from his kingly-like chair, looking down at the devastation, and for the first time throughout this whole experience, puts a smile on his face and slowly claps in admiration for what he deems to be a good showing from the guests that were invited to his domain. As a response, he grabs a golden belt from the back of his chair and throws it down to the ring, landing in your hands, Bumper. This belt shines a little bit of an off-color gold, but you know that this is real stuff. The reason why it's off-color is because this bad boy has been through wars, literal battles of bloodshed and honor. This has been carried across from one Yakuza member to the other to prove who is the strongest of the strong when it comes to the Yakuza Underground. You are now wearing a title that has so much blood on it, you're starting to question how clean it actually is.
Mhm.
But it is very shiny. The centerpiece of this specific belt has the logo of this specific branch of the Yakuza being a rising sun, similar to that of the Japanese flag, however, being more like a sun moniker, coming over a mountainside. However, as the sun is coming over a mountainside, there are a pair of guns pointing over the sun. And it just simply reads text in Japanese, which you may not be able to understand, but for the sake of this, it does just say Yakuza Underground Champion. Lovely.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
There you go. Now, with this being said, Bumper,
Yeah.
a new championship garners new power. With new power comes new responsibility. And so I'm going to tell you what this belt grants you as additional strength. Well, you see, the thing I've been working on quite a lot recently, Ring Warriors, I am currently in the middle of making a list of 100 different championship powers
Oh.
to randomize this
Nice.
whole situation. So, if I'm guessing you guys are using Roll20 to roll your dice at the moment.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Oh, that's fine. What I want you to do for me, Bumper, give me a number between 1 and 67, because that's as many as I've made at the moment.
23.
23. Nice. Okay. Okay. So effectively, with the use of 23, as long as you are the Yakuza Underground Champion, regardless of whatever kind of hold that you wish to apply onto your opponent, be it like a headlock, ankle lock, leg lock, you name it, you get to decide what ability modifier you use with that hold. It is no longer dictated by me, the GM. You are the dictator of your damage output.
Oh,
Nice.
very nice.
That's pretty awesome.
It is indeed. So, if you wish to write that down somewhere or remember it, go ahead. I will gladly remember it for you as well. Just sure. I will copy this onto the Discord just so I can put this here in text form. So, Yakuza Underground
No
Championship. So that's the actual text behind it. Your power has been made. Now, with that being done, the Warlord's quite happy. Has granted you your belt. Happy days are here again. But it's not all happy and sunshine. As when there is a winner, there is a loser. And a loser in the Yakuza is a dead man walking. So with that being said, Yoshiro Tamada, lying lifeless onto the ground after being choked out, is forced to stand, being raised up by two random members of the Yakuza from the crowd, fully suited, black sunglasses for lot. Being forced to stand upright, as he clearly does not even have the strength to stand on his own 2 feet. The Warlord, from up on high, being given what is simply seen to, by you guys, as an ornate desert eagle, clasped into his hands. As he checks it, clicks it back, points it down at Tamada, and shoots him dead. Bullet driving straight into his chest.
Ooh.
Any chance of Tamada still living after this? Now gone. However, you notice something. You notice that with Tamada's passing, there is movement coming from Tamada's body. A gelatinous, liquidous form of War, the Snatcher, as the Snatcher still lives. The Yakuza are yet to realize that that War still exists. It is at this moment in time that I wish to give you guys an option.
Mm-hmm.
Do you try to save War?
When you say save War,
I mean,
When you
get him.
say-
I mean, get him there, and one of you picks up that gelatinous form and keeps it on you without the Yakuza finding out, or by pushing the Yakuza members out of the way before they clock onto it, even keeping it alive.
I don't want War to like do. I don't want War to like use anyone else.
No, I was going to say that
Yeah, neither do
it'd be
I.
a waste, and if we attempted to,
I am.
Likely.
Liam is actually going to point it out to the Yakuza guys that, hey, look, that thing is still alive.
Okay, fair enough. I like to know that that's a unanimous decision. Fantastic.
Yeah.
With that being done, you look out as you notice the War, even in its gelatinous form, is kind of like scurrying around, trying not to be noticed, acting a little bit scared. As the Yakuza members just push the body out of the way, they see War that is now like a puddle of like living flesh, trying to dash across the mat to run out of the way. One of the Yakuza members stamping its foot down on it as you just hear this seemingly like sharp in tone screech of pain echoing throughout the warehouse as the Yakuza member that has his foot on it calls over for one of the flamethrower guys from earlier that helped during Kiryu's entrance, who goes over to ringside, puts his torch over the ring, and as he does, sets War aflame, burning him as he squirms and cries and withers, turning into dust. I'm not going to say you guys have turned heel because this was a pretty neutral decision. I mean, you didn't have any real compelling argument to want to save a snatcher. Who's to say he wasn't going to snatch you? You know?
Yeah.
yeah,
And for all we know, this snatcher could have like made Tamada do things against his will. So the least we can do is to prevent anyone else from facing the same fate.
There you go.
This
And with
is
that
very
done,
true.
with all of this done, the Yakuza members are slowly being filed out. Now the show is sorted, they've got to get back to work. But as they are finding out, I want all of you to do me a favour. I want all of you to roll me a d20. Just a flat d20.
Okay. I rolled a 12.
One for you.
I rolled a 10.
10 for you.
20.
And lovely. I want you to take those rolls that you just rolled, times it by 10, and you earned that many wrestle bucks from the Yakuza audience.
Oh!
Oh, so I got 100.
So that's 320 in total so far.
Money, money everywhere, because the Yakuza's made of money.
For me, it's 318 because I got the drink in a pub in Britain.
You did indeed.
Kickflip probably got some monies.
You did indeed.
Probably.
Let's find out. Aww. Yeah, he's a little up and comer, so they were a little bit soft on him. He's kind of there going, "Hey dudes, like, do I get anything out of this?" And then you just see like this one Yakuza guy who's just like, ugh, as if to like do a sign of like kids complaining. He just slaps like what seems to be something into Kickflip's hands. And Kickflip just goes over to you guys, really chuffed in himself that he's got something. Opens his hands. It's only 30 wrestlebucks.
Damn.
Oh.
But with that said,
Sorry, I missed the
with that
first
said-
bit of that after we rolled because I went to sort out my tag fell off.
yes. So when you rolled that d20, that result times that result by 10, and you gained that many WrestleBucks. You got money.
Woohoo!
You know what? Because Kickflip got like 30 like sort of WrestleBucks. Let me do some math real quick. I'm gonna give him like 70, like to make it like 100.
Aww.
And
Because I'm also thinking of like his sort of grandma's hospitality.
Liam is going to give him 18
Oh,
just to even out his money.
You're doing it more so for your sake than for Kickflip.
Yep.
Just keeping that heel mentality.
Yes.
You care because it's your money.
Yes.
I love it. I love it to pieces. So you give Kickflip that little bit more money, and he's looking at you, just going like, "Dudes, I mean, you don't have to. I mean, I'm quite happy with like $30."
well, I mean, you already got some of the money from that match we did in that tag team match, and you need the money for your grandma's inn, so may as well.
Dude. Like, he kind of gets emotional, and as he gets emotional, he kind of does that thing from Treasure Planet, where the emotions run over him, but he just dips his head down, and his head just collides onto your chest as he just rests it on you for a bit.
Lavanya's just gonna like pet him, and you go, all right, save the emotions for back at for back home, okay?
Liam is
No.
just gonna give Kickflip a hug.
Aww.
Let's get out of this shithole.
Yeah.
Then you can cry your little heart out.
What would the Yakuza think if they saw you crying?
That's a good point. Very good point. With this all being said, celebrations, some nice tears, and a lot of money. You guys walk out of the front entrance of the warehouse, and as you do, there is a limousine. As if it was awaiting for you.
Ooh.
Mm.
Interesting.
Like a blacked out limousine. Would you guys like to climb into said limousine?
I would like to make sure that it's not some kidnapper person that's just going to abduct us and kill us all.
Okay, if that's the case, I want you to roll me a d20 plus your smarts to see if you can identify anything suspicious about this limousine.
Okay, my smarts is that, so... Oh, God. That's a 17.
Ooh. Well, that being said, you have a good look over this limousine as you guys are walking towards it. Nothing strikes out as like booby-trappy or like suspicious about it. You catch a good glimpse of the driver, and although the driver is Asian, the driver has no immediate looks of a Yakuza member, like no noticeable like tattoos in the facial region or in the neck region or anything along those lines. This seems to be a clear and clean Asian guy. You do, however, notice... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just this limousine just comes out of nowhere and is like, Like, is someone expecting us?
This is why, when
Yeah.
under deeper inspection, you know that these are blacked out windows. You can only just make the outline, a silhouette, of an individual already sitting in the limousine.
I knock on the window.
Brilliant. And as you knock on the window, the door of the limousine opens, as if to invite you in.
Do we know who this guy is?
You cannot clearly identify him via the silhouette alone, the dark windows covering most of his noticeable looks.
after opening the door.
Well, you need to peek inside, don't you?
Yes.
Well, peeking inside, you peek in, and you notice it
Mhm.
is an elven man wearing a
Oh.
pair of dark sunglasses. It's Sean Leafmeyer!
Hey.
Hey, hello.
As he sits there in his
Nice.
black shades, he looks on over and just goes, "Well, what are you guys waiting for? Get in here."
all right. We're just making sure that you weren't some crazy kidnapper or something.
Do you have any like paper or something? I would need to dab out some blood and other bodily fluids because, well, the fighting got intense.
He looks over to you and just goes, "Sadly, I actually don't have any other supplies with me."
Oh well, you can then just wash the. You can wash the limousine inside later then.
That's fine. So he invites you all in. I'm guessing everyone just climbs on in.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And as you
Yeah.
all climb into the limousine, you take your seats. It is a very comfy limousine. Very nice indeed. Sean Leafmeyer, as you sit down and the door closing, the limousine begins to drive off, and as it does, he whips out a bottle of champagne, pops it, and as he pops it, a little bit of a guzzling can come out of it as he pours some glasses for everyone with him. Probably not Lavanya because you don't drink alcohol.
Nope.
However, upon inspection, you take the glass of champagne anyway, and the glass of champagne is actually alcohol free.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
It's like as if he was thinking of
Oh,
fitness.
how adorable.
Anyway, he raises a glass of champagne towards you to celebrate in Bumper's victory, to crown a new Yakuza Underground champion. As you all take a sip, or at least I hope you guys take a sip. It depends on you. Do you take a sip with him?
So does Lavanya absolutely know 100% that there is no alcohol in this?
Yes.
Why do I have a feeling as a player I don't trust this? I really don't trust this at all.
You can take a sniff because alcohol is quite easily identifiable.
I will take a sniff. Like, it's not just the alcohol. There's something niggling at me.
Okay. You take a sniff of the champagne. The champagne is still very much what you were expecting it to be. Just clear, simple, sparkling, non-alcoholic champagne. But these thoughts in your head still overwhelm you.
I mean, I'm not gonna take a sip right away. I'm just gonna like sort of raise a toast, as in like toasting Bumper,
get you.
but not taking a sip.
Lovely. You take a sip, Neil?
Liam is going to kind of like, first of all, sniff it, and then toast it and take a little taste. That does it taste any kind of weird, or does it taste just like alcohol-free champagne?
Plot twist: the champagne is drugged. No, now you've said no. I'm joking. Fair play. You take a little sip. Bumper, do you sip the champagne?
Yeah.
Nice. And with that done, the only one to take a proper sip is the champion himself. Brand new championship. Why not just celebrate? Take a big, large raw into it. As you guys are a little bit more restrictive. Sean Leafmeyer does notice this as he also takes like a mini sip of the same champagne. He looks towards you and just goes, "I'm guessing there's something on your mind."
Well, As far as we have been here, we have encountered some interesting people, and we are just taking it easy and being really careful. So that's why my background is that I might have been attempted to be poisoned earlier, so...
I get you. So he looks over towards you, understanding, as he comes out and says, I understand. The Yakuza Underground and how they act when it comes to their own mini wrestling tournaments, it's quite different from how we manage our own wrestling in the World Wrestling Organization. However, bringing you here was a necessary test. A test to see that your guts were willing to see the dark end of the wrestling world. Because if you are to carry on the mission and to take on the world champions, you may just end up seeing more of what you have seen here, but on a world stage.
Well, my match was like it was in the UK. The guy was carried to a hearse after our match, which was my opponent.
Ah, yes. The killer.
Yeah, killer, but this guy here in Japan as well.
Oh, yes. Super dead people. Like, if out of all the people, you have the highest body count.
Yes.
Which is pretty nuts. It's at this point, the Sean Leafmeyer will look towards you all and just say that, now I apologize for bringing you to such a dark place, but needless to say, this was a necessary evil. Now that you guys have been here, you have seen the darkest end of the wrestling world. I leave you to be ready. I have information on Eric Dance.
Oh. I would like to hear it.
Lavanya pricks up in what's the word? Intrigue. That's it.
As he echoes that name, he looks towards you all and says, Eric is no longer in Germany.
Okay, where is he then?
The information that we were able to gather, the warehouse that we explored, did show some results. But Eric, Strongham, those Agricons, they're all gone. However,
I fucking knew we should have gone to Germany.
before you get angry, we have one lead. We have one lead that brings us to believe that Eric, Strongham, and those Agricons that belong over to Strongham as well are after the same goal as us. I believe that they have done something to Eric, and they are going to be using Eric to try and attempt to take the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh.
It's at this moment that Lavanya squeezes the glass hard enough that the glass just breaks in her hand. Like,
Oh shit.
And Liam is just going to do the thing that he knows well enough, that the champagne probably is what the Leafmeyer says it is. And he's gonna pound the entire glass in one gulp.
Just take it all in.
Yes.
Okay, he can obviously sense the frustrations that are now within this limousine. As he lets out a little bit more information. He whips out a little interactive touchpad.
Oh.
And as he does, he pushes a few buttons, and a little screen from the top of a limousine flips downward. As the screen flips down, it buzzes on, creating like that white, zappy, white noise that you see on your TV.
Oh, like white static, yeah.
Yeah. And as you see that, Sean Leafmeyer looks towards you and just goes, "This is a message left by Strongham, and I think he's leaving it for you." He pushes a single button. On pushing that button, on that screen, is Strongham. Address in video screen shot, looking directly towards you. To his right, standing back towards the camera, a man donning a jacket over his shoulders. A jacket that simply says, "The Phoenix," with a set of double flaming wings. Needless to say, it's Eric Dance. Strongham looks towards you guys, and as he does, he addresses the situation. "Ah, guten Tag. I see that you have come a long way in your tag and your chances to head towards World Championship level. But as you can see, I have also taken my chances. When you approached me in the UK, I was not there on some business venture. I was originally called there to save the life of your friend Eric Dance, and I succeeded. But as a result, I committed acts that some people may find non-ethical. I changed Eric. I gave him new life and new purpose. Thanks to my technology and my great intellect, I turned Eric into the greatest wrestling machine known to the entire planet. Within the blink of an eye, he became the German wrestling champion. And now he is one step closer to gaining that of the world championship. Which upon once he does, I will claim the entire control over the planet."
And as this video is going on, Liam is flipping out his electronic device and tries to trace the video tags, the geolocation tags where it was recorded.
Alrighty. As you do, you trace the tags. Well, first things first, roll me a smarts check whilst using your hacking device.
That's 21.
It's pretty good.
Yes.
So with that, you hack into the little television screen and you're dibby-dabbling on your little hacking device, trying to trace the signal. As you do, the video continues playing. I will lead on to your results after the video finishes. So, video continues. As it does, Strongham has revealed his true intentions, using Eric Dance as a scapegoat to claim the World Championship that Strongham himself would never be able to claim. That Strongham could have control over the entire planet. As he says this, he then turns to his creation, Eric. As Eric slowly turns around. As he does, you do not notice anything different about him. Seems just like you remember him. But as he looks down towards the screen, he takes off his jacket and whips it onto the floor. Taking his hand, throwing a fist into it, and simply saying the following. I do not remember any friends. All I remember is pain, torture, suffering, which is exactly which I will give to anyone that stands in my way to becoming world champion. I don't care who you are. I don't have any friends. My one goal is to claim what's rightfully mine, And I don't care who I have to deal with to claim it. And as he says that, the video just suddenly stops and returns back to white static.
Lavanya just looks at Sean dead in the eye and goes, as soon as you get a location of where Eric is, take us to him. I don't care. No, I don't care whether you have other plans. I want to deal with this fucker right now.
And it's at that moment in time where Sean Meyer actually looks towards Liam and just goes,
Okay.
well, the reason why I played this video now is straightforward. Our ace
Okay.
hacker is right here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, bearing in mind, you rolled 21.
Yes.
With that 21 on your little hacking device, you have
Mhm.
successfully traced a signal.
Okay.
That signal seems to be emitting from a place somewhere within the African nations.
Oh.
Specifically,
Yeah.
your signal is emitting from Egypt.
Oh. Damn.
My friends, I believe you are going on an Egyptian adventure.
Liam is just going to quickly snip the cable off the TV that there is not like any counter hacking things triggering,
Very smart.
and just says, okay, so is it Egypt or what do you think?
At this moment in time, Sean Leafmeyer looks towards you and just goes, well, if it was Egypt that came up onto your little device, Egypt is the best idea that we have.
Yeah.
In all honesty, it's a good idea that I'm sending you guys out that way. No ifs, no ands, no buts. No, you guys are capable. You guys have everything that you need in order to get the job done. You will go to Egypt. We will trace Eric Dance. We will try to single-handedly get them into an environment where you can confront them. And you can help
Yes.
us capture them.
Leave the daughter to me. I want to fucking kill the bastard.
Ouch. With that said, your plan to move forward is well known. You are going to Egypt, Cairo. You will be tracing the signal of Eric Dance, Strongham, and his Legionnaires. Will you be able to find the Phoenix and take him down for good? Will you be able to find Strongham and put an end to his evil reign? Will you be able to find out what the hell is actually going on with Strongmire and his world title reigns? I mean, how many did he have back in the day? No one's actually asked that, but needless to say, you will find out these answers. Even more questions and even more answers and more fun times that'll be coming our way in the next gripping installment of Ring Warriors.
Nice.
Whoa.
Oh,
Needless to say, that was a pretty good sesh.
Yeah,
that
it was.
was.
Some epic
Well,
ending.
good roll for me.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
We have crowned a new champion. We now have the Yakuza Underground champion in the form of Bumper. Great stuff. 3 champions. One has yet to claim the gold, being everyone's favourite giant hump of rock, Erg. Will he claim a championship? Will the party be able to stop Eric Dance? Will I ever stop doing these epic closures? Just like an episode of Dragon Ball Z? No, probably not, because I like doing them too much. Oh. Needless to say, ladies and gentlemen, the only way to find out is to tune in next time for the next installment of Ring Warriors. In order to do that, be sure that you are following, subscribing, and all that fun stuff wherever you may be that on YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, or D Live, or even anywhere else out there in the internet world. Be sure that you are following wherever you are. Be sure you are also following all the social media channels, be that on Facebook, Twitter, the Discord server, and all that jazz. You don't miss out on any future Ring Warriors action. at all. On top of that, I'm still looking for eager artists, still looking for eager beta players who want to join in for the game. If you do want to join in, be sure to send me a PM on any of the social media levels, or join the Discord server and show your interest there. Needless to say, ladies and gentlemen, this is coming along amazingly. The game is just absolutely amazing, and it couldn't have gotten this far if it wasn't for the joint effort of you guys watching, as well as these amazing people being a part of the game as it is being developed, which I'm highly thankful for. All that said, and with all that done, and without me getting all mushy and all that bad jazz,
No.
don't want any of that. We will see you guys next time for the next gripping episode of Ring Warriors next week on Friday.
Yes.
Until then, ladies and gentlemen, have a fantastic day, evening, afternoon, wherever you may be, and whatever time it might be in your relative time zones. I'm TheXploder. This is Ring Warriors. This is the Ring Warrior team. We'll be seeing you guys time. A good one. See you later.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Night.